what it can be.
Who's that profile shot of?
I don't know.
You will know.
Was it Jason somebody?
No. Oh, yeah, no, it could be actually. It could be Jason Bateman.
That exactly.
Yeah.
Was that a good guess?
That's a very good guess. Who's the guy sat at the table with his back to us?
I don't know that.
No, and no one could, Mum.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's about Nike shoes, obviously.
It's about trainers, Mum.
It's not.
It is. It's about trainers, and
Is
it's.
he moving his face? Oh no, he's not
Is he
moving his face.
wearing his face?
As I look at him,
No, it's called a freeze frame, Mum.
Oh, I thought it looked like it was moving then.
Guys,
I might be having
I think you're having some kind of a moment, yeah. So this is a movie that stars, we were talking about him earlier today actually on Coffee Moaning, Ben Affleck.
Oh, I didn't know he'd got all these problems. I just thought he was a boring Ben.
Boring Ben.
He was the most boring Ben since boringness
He's
began.
he's very serious, but I
Always.
reserve judgment because he's really struggled with alcohol.
I feel totally different now. I'm on his side.
Okay.
And Jennifer from the block, nobody can trust her. She's always off down the block.
J-Lo.
Wiggling her bottom.
Wiggling her bottom. So this is a movie called Air. Because I think it's Air Nike Air Jordan.
Yeah.
I think it pivots around the basketball
Trainers.
player, yeah, and Michael Jordan and all that kind of
John
stuff. It's
Lithgow?
set in the 80s.
Okay.
As I say, it stars interesting pairing if you think of their origin story. Ben Affleck, Matt Damon.
Oh, back together again, the boys.
The boys. They might have even written this.
I bet they did.
And Jason Bateman's in there, and it's.
Oh, he's in it. Is that him?
Yeah, and it is. I think it might be. It looks like him, doesn't it?
He didn't give me any praise for that.
Oh, Mum.
Okay, go on.
So, and I think this is about a pivotal moment in the history of Nike. One thing I've noticed just from a few glimpses I've had of the footage and the stills, it's firmly set in the 80s.
Right.
And I've just got a feeling, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, I've got a feeling that wigs are going to be a problem in this.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and once again, before we get in there, do the actors not look at themselves at the end and perhaps say it doesn't look quite right? Anyway, set in the 80s, as I say, let's check it out. So Air, a significant moment in the development of aerodynamic trainers.
Right, that I'm interested.
Have you ever had a pair of
in.
Nike?
I'm sure I have.
Do you think?
Why wouldn't I have had? I've got trainers all
You're
my
not a
life.
young basketball player.
No, that's true, but...
Yeah, okay.
1984 has been a tough year. Our sales are down, our growth is down.
Sonny, I brought you in here to grow the basketball business.
People don't know what the hell a Nike is.
What's a Converse?
NBA All-Star shoe.
There's nothing cool about Nike.
You would have to have a pretty compelling pitch.
Oh my
I can tell
God!
them the one thing the other companies can't compete with. Our basketball division is terrible.
I do not love it. This is where you come up with a brilliant idea that no one else can see. Let's hear it.
I got it. I found him.
Who's that? Jesus? Can't afford it.
I'm willing to bet my career on one guy. My name's Sonny Carroll. I'm with Nike.
Do you typically make it a habit of showing up at people's front doors unannounced?
I don't like to take no for an answer.
Oh, man.
He's got no hair.
Here we go.
Better.
You ask me what I do here. This is what I do. I find you players, and I feel it this time. Yeah, okay, it's risky. When you were selling sneakers out of the back of your Plymouth, that was risky. Don't change that now.
For a rookie?
Yes.
Who's never set foot on an NBA court.
That's the literal definition of rookie. Yeah.
What's the plan?
We build a shoe line around just him. I need the greatest basketball shoe that's ever been made.
Who's the player?
Oh, he's the one out of...
Michael Jordan.
You could smile if you said that. You could smile if you said that.
You have our attention.
Got my attention.
I believe in your son. I believe he's the future. And his story is gonna make us want to fly. But a shoe is just a shoe.
Until my son steps into it.
Oh my God. Semi-confident.
You got a name for it? Air Jordan.
I don't know.
Seriously?
Maybe it'll grow on me.
Well, despite the bad hair on every single person except the man with no hair. I've got to see that. I can't wait.
Why do you like a true story?
Because they're true, and because life is very interesting, and because I mean that is fantabulous. Is that what
all that fantabulous?
It is a bit.
Is it?
Is that true? Did they get Michael Jordan to...
Yes,
Oh, well, it is.
no, it is true. I mean, I thought it was odd. I thought Ben Affleck was looking like James Caan.
He looked like something unspeakable. He looked like Jesus. No, he looked like Pontius Pilate.
Pontius Pilate is a very good grab. Matt Damon's always...
Starting to look like Senna now. John Senna, you can see the...
Who?
As he's getting
Matt Damon?
older. Yeah.
Yeah, Matt Damon is a very solid pair of hands, isn't he? But he's also
Solid
very
altogether.
solid.
Yeah.
Just very solid.
Very solid.
It seems to be a vogue tonight of men stuffed into shirts.
And even Jason Bateman, who can do no wrong for you and I, has got the blackest, stupidest, falsest hair I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, Jason Bateman. I often think if Jason Bateman's in there's got to be something good about it.
I do too, but also from what we've seen in that, and I definitely want to see it just because I find the story fascinating and I love all those actors, and presumably the script will be good.
Yeah, it's not by Ben Affleck. He's directed it.
Yeah, no, I saw that, but it's funny that even the bits they were given to do, even Jason, what's
Bateman.
his name, who we both adore, they can only be as good as the line they're given to say.
Mum, that's the role of a script.
Well, I mean, and even in that, it wasn't that funny, Jason.
Well, you seem to... You called it fantabulous.
I was trying... No, it is. Compared to the other one.
Well, okay. Okay, yes, I'm getting similar vibes to that. Do you remember the film about McDonald's, which starred Michael Keaton?
I like that film.
Yeah, I don't know why. I'm not...
I've got a secret. I watched that film more than once. I like Michael Keaton.
Too
I think
much
he's a
time
good
on you.
actor. It was a mistake.
I think I'm not overly fascinated with the backstories of big brand names. It just doesn't really interest me. So
And that's
yes,
fine.
it's no. I'm interested in the story, but I'm not necessarily interested in watching a film of the story with a load of bad syrups.
But this is Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I know, but it's not going to be Michael Jordan, is it?
Why?
Because he's not going to be in it. He's old now.
Oh, is he?
Yes,
I thought he was that young, tall one.
he was. When this happened in '84, it's not that he's old, but he's not going to be. He hasn't sort of been preserved in aspic in 1984 and is appearing in this as he was in 1984.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, obviously, it was
So
a
it's
turning
a load
point.
of-
It's how Nike landed on the map. It was the moment that transformed Nike into the huge powerhouse that it is.
So it's a load of old actors that we quite like, all getting together, making a film in a weekend, and with bad wigs.
And I wonder whether with something like that, where they're all old men, white men, whether it would in any way tackle, and I didn't feel it suggested that, tackle the race divide between the two.
Well, we've got Viola.
No,
doing
I
her
know,
stuff.
but I would expect and hope that it gives a little bit of detail on that too. I mean,
Oh, it would have to.
Well, you
It would
think
have
so,
to.
but some of these films just take a glossy.
No,
approach
it
to
would
things.
have to.
Anyway, I
have it written
can't
into their
say I
contract.
was feeling overly excited by that.
Well, no, I wasn't either.
But you used the word fantabulous.
It's because every time I blinked, another bad wig came into shot, and I'm not usually as bad as you over wigs, but
Well, there you go. So that's Air.
it's got me.